Matt looks for a new tailor, Wilson waits for news on Vanessa's condition after being poisoned, and Karen is offered a job. After a supposed attempt on Wilson's life left many of his patrons poisoned, including Vanessa, he quickly rushes her to the nearest ER, where he waits impatiently for news. While Fisk is indisposed worrying, Wesley does what he can to step in and take care of immediate affairs, including finding out who orchestrated the poisoning, speaking to Madame Gao and Leland Owsley, and dealing with Karen Page after she found and spoke with Wilson's thought-to-be-dead mother. Matt continues his recovery from his fight with Nobu, but with Foggy discovering his secret, he begins to sink into a depression, worrying that he will end up bloody and alone. The residents of Hell's Kitchen, Claire, Karen, and Father Lantom give their advice, showing him how much he's needed, and while they aren't happy with his distancing themselves from those that care about him, they do genuinely care about him. Their words are enough to get him off his ass and back on the street as he hunts down Turk Barrett, one of Fisk's regular henchmen, and questions him about Wilson's body armor that he encountered in their last fight. This leads Matt to the secret workshop of tailor/armorer and simple savant, Melvin Potter. With Matt reclusing himself in his apartment and Foggy adding to his tab at Josie's bar, which is just a metaphor as there is a large sign in the bar stating no tabs, Karen tries to pull them back together and get back to work and taking down Wilson Fisk. Ben is able to raise her spirits just a bit, but they are immediately dashed when she is kidnapped by Fisk's right-hand man, Wesley. Matt and Wilson's stories parallel each other in the path of the righteous as both men spend much of the episode withdrawn. Matt finds himself in a pit of grief as he begins to question his actions and realizes how far he's pushed his friends away. Wilson finds himself on his own dark pit, feeling guilty for putting Vanessa in the way of an attempted assassination. His friends surround him. Well, his one friend, his accountant Leland, and numerous bodyguards. While Fisk remains withdrawn, showing a subtle mix of sorrow and rage in his desire to find those responsible and salt the earth with their blood, Wesley makes an effort to be there for his boss and his friend. Toby Leonard Moore brings the character of James Wesley to a new level as the assistant and friend of Wilson Fisk. Throughout the series, he stayed in the background doing what was needed to help his employer achieve his goals and look out for his better interests. Given the spotlight in the last scene of Path of the Righteous, more of his character is let out as we see the pride he feels about himself, being needed, and the disgust of those he deems below him. He is the cultured champagne criminal and balances Wilson's brutish one.